do, Lord? Destroy the child. Corrupt them all. This is their plan, people. These are demons. Just like the Bible says, it's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said. It's what they warned of. It's what we're dealing with. They're demons. They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it. Make fun of me all you want on CNN or wherever, but everyone already innately knows this. These people are not frickin' humans, okay? Hillary Clinton is a goddamn demon.
Yeah. What the fuck is going on, guys? I'm back. 7th episode. Got a quick one. That was Alex Jones. I fucking love this guy. A lot of people think he's crazy and uncreditable. Uncreditable? Is that a fucking word? Uncreditable? He's not very credible. There you go. Smart people shit. Anyway. Let's get into it. Like I said, I got a fucking quick one. Roll the fucking intro music. All right. What the fuck is up, you silly sons of bitches, you pussy motherfucking dumb dipshit fucking dumb motherfuckers, dude. I'm just kidding, but y'all are some dumb motherfuckers. I'm just playing. Alright, I got a quick one. I've said that 3 times. I've got a quick one. There's a few things I want to talk about really quick. Like always, I got a few things to cover, and then I'll tell a stupid fucking story. So, really quick, before we get into all the politics shit, I was reading an article on XXL Magazine. Shout out to XXL Magazine. They are the ones where I got this information from. So, there's a rapper girl or musician. We'll just leave it at that. There's a musician girl, woman. She goes by the name of noname. That's her stage name, is noname. African American girl. She's pretty. I know I've seen her picture before, but before I read this, I'd really never really heard of this bitch. So I'm a little frustrated and a little upset over this. So there was a big thing on XXL about it. Excuse me. Where she had a concert recently. I don't know where the concert was held. Anyway. But the cut and dry, the black and white of what I'm trying to get to is she had this concert and I don't know if she stopped the concert or walked off stage or what really happened, but I know that she said she's going to stop performing for predominantly white crowds. What the fuck? Really, bitch? So there's a few things there. If you're in the hip-hop industry, you're a part of it, you listen to music, you stay up to date on news and what's going on in the industry, you'll know that 90, maybe 75%, 80%, when you go to a concert, you know, Post Malone, Juice WRLD, anybody, black or white, the crowd is gonna be predominantly white. That's just how it is. It's not a race thing. It's not, a black and fucking white thing. I saw a guy actually commented and he goes, well, the crowd's mostly white because black dudes and black people don't want to fucking pay for tickets. I thought that was pretty funny, but no, that's what she said. She said she's gonna stop performing for predominantly white crowds. And if it's going to continue, she's going to quit rap. What I have to say is quit, bitch. See ya. Goodbye. I've never even fucking heard of you until this news article came out. So, I mean, no, nothing for me to lose there, really. So, quit. Go do something else. Because we don't need your negativity in the industry and in the game and shit. Like, what is that? It doesn't, like, you can ask any fucking rapper, dude. Juice World, even Snoop Dogg. Ask someone who's a really huge hip-hop star, like Snoop Dogg or Dr. Dre or something like that. You go to one of their concerts, and it's mostly white people in the fucking crowd. And it's not a race thing. It's not like, oh, black people aren't allowed and only, it's just that's how it fucking works out. So for her to say she's gonna quit rap until more black people show up to her shows, I mean, the fact that these shows are predominantly white, what does that say? When I look back and I see that, it tells me that those are the people that support your fucking career. Those are the people that support you. Why does it matter what color their skin is? Why does that fucking matter? Because they're giving you fucking money to live. Like, their ticket purchases and their online downloads and purchases of your music or your merchandise or whatever is all to support you. So you're gonna say you're gonna quit rap because most of your fans are white, but the only reason you have a career in the first place is because of those people. You shouldn't be fucking getting upset that most of your fans are white. You should be fucking thanking the people that do support you regardless of the color of their skin. Fuck, dude, there's been a lot of race shit coming up on this podcast lately. And I apologize. It's not on purpose. It's just those are issues in the world in 2019. Race is still a fucking issue in 2019, and it's fucking pathetic. But yeah, that's what I have to say about Miss No Name. If she keeps up this little fucking attitude, she's really gonna be a no name, which is fine with me. Quit. Go be something else. I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't be in this industry if you're gonna have that attitude towards your fans anyway. Have a good day. So that's that. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Now, let's get into some dumb political shit that I just want to talk about really quick. So there's a Senator, Elizabeth Warren, right? Elizabeth Warren. She used to teach law. She was a law professor or something. She used to teach law, right? And it was like, what did she teach? Bankruptcy. Yeah, it was bankruptcy law is what she was best at, I think. Anyway, that's not the point. I'm going to read a tweet from her really quick. She said, "Far too many of our veterans and service members die by suicide. Every single one is a tragedy that could have been prevented. I've got a plan to cut the number of veteran suicides in half in my first term." So she's baiting right now. Well, that's what it looks like to me. She's baiting. She's putting something out there on the internet that looks good in a sense. Like, hey, I know how to stop veteran and active military suicides. If I get elected, I can fix that. But if you already have a solution, why aren't you doing something about it now? I'm not going to vote for some dumb bitch who's going to use that as bait. Like, if you vote me president, I can get people to stop killing themselves. Like, who fucking cares? Look at the bigger picture. These are other human beings. Like, just help them. You know what I mean? Like, first off, you already know you're not going to become president. Like, I already fucking know that. You're like, no, just no. So you should focus on what you're promising people right now. Like, if you can cut veteran suicides in half, why don't you do it now? She has a plan. So I don't understand why she doesn't just implement that plan. That would be a good move, I think. She's planning on running for president. Cut veteran suicides like you say you can. Get that number way down and use that as like a, hey, kind of like a selling point. This is just, one example of things that I can accomplish if I become, or if I take over office, whatever. I think that would look a lot better on her if she were to actually act upon it rather than just talk shit on Twitter like everybody else. So yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to say that y'all, these politicians are fucking weird, bro. Some of the shit they say is really fucking weird. But off of that, some more political shit. If you didn't know, or if you don't pay attention to politics at all, now this is a little old, but it's still something I want to cover because it's a really good example. So Trump basically, this was a while ago. I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago. I think it was in 2017, but it's still relevant to this day. Trump signed 2 executive orders reducing conservation of the public land, like the public lands, and expanding the drilling in the Arctic. And and everybody, like, people that watch that already know, like, everybody says how, like, it's so unlawful. Even, like, there was a judge, Judge Sharon L. or something like that. Judge Sharon L. even took to the internet and declared it unlawful and stuff like that. But no, that person, Judge Sharon Gleason, I'm pretty sure. Let me look. Let me see. Yeah, Judge Sharon Gleason, from the U.S. District Court, for the District of Alaska. You know, she put a foot down and actually said, "Look, this is fucked up. It's really fucked up because, it's not just in Alaska. You know, Trump, and his administration words, Zach fucking words, dude." No, but Trump and his administration, they've showed interest in auctioning off Florida's coastal waters for oil and gas drilling. People that live in Florida should really know about this, or should really be taking a stand against this. This is fucked up. Taking away natural things, like just this shoving yourself in these orifices where they don't fucking belong. Or like when Trump took aim at renewables, like wind turbines. Does anybody remember that? The fucking wind turbines. He says they cause cancer. They don't fucking cause cancer, my guy. This dude, like, I know there's a lot of people that support Trump, and I'm not saying that I'm against Trump. I'm just against a lot of fucking things that he does. Like, he issued a new presidential permit to expedite action on the Keystone extra large XL pipeline, and it's now being challenged in court. But it's the fact that he issued a new presidential permit. I mean, of course, people are going to challenge it. And it's just crazy because he took, so in states, if someone wanted to run pipelines, and I might butcher this, I'm not the best in explaining how this works, but like the government and big gas and oil, whatever, they want to run pipelines and say they have to go through your state. Say you represent the state of whatever. Typically, you would have had to approve that for your state. That, like, the government didn't have any say so, and it was up to you whether or not you approved those pipelines going through your state or not, or whatever. Trump has like re-fucking wired that and made it to where that he puts in a request and he's the one that approves it. So he puts in a request for these pipelines, and then it comes back and he is the one that has to approve it. Like what the fuck? Like, what's next? Where do you stop at that point? He's giving himself the power to do whatever he wants. And I'm going to jump off this because I don't have all my ducks in a row right now, and I really don't want to pop off and sound fucking stupid, but it's something to really look into. There's a lot of things going on that you don't know about. Just do a little bit of digging on the internet, and I guarantee you, your fucking ass is gonna be triggered. So yeah, I don't really have a lot else to talk about in that area. No. So I have a little story to talk about, I guess. So last time on the podcast I talked about me and my brother hunting for mushrooms and shit like that. So me and my brother, we used to share a bedroom. We'll start there. Me and my brother used to share a bedroom in my dad's house when we lived with him. And we shared a bedroom for a long time. And we had a sliding glass door. I think I've said this before. We had a sliding glass door that would let us in and out of the house, like our own entrance and exit, whatever. Come and go as we please. And we used to have people over, pretty often. And Quentin would bring his friends over. And there was this one friend, for the sake of privacy, I will not mention his name. But my brother had this friend. We'll name him Steve. And Steve used to come over a lot. Steve was kind of more of a spoiled kid. His mom pretty much gave him whatever he wanted all the time. And I knew these kids for a long time. All my brother's friends, I knew them for a very long time. And I guess they kind of looked up to me when they were younger, you could say. So I had a pretty big influence over some of these kids. And especially Steve in particular, he was always trying to hang out with me. Always trying to do things with me, always trying to go where I was going. And they started to get a little bit older, and he started to date this girl. And I'll leave her name out of it too. He started to date this girl named Ashley. We'll just call her Ashley. And Ashley lived a few blocks down the street. And Ashley's parents were some fucking hippies. And by that I mean, they were anti-government. They had, self-sustaining things on their property. They had chickens and farm animals, and they were growing fruits and vegetables and shit like that. So, they were self-sustaining. And something else that they grew was also marijuana. And I remember Steve telling me one time, for the first time, that he found out that Ashley's parents had a big fat grow room in their basement. And I was very intrigued. So there were a few nights where Steve stayed the night with my brother. And 1, 2 in the morning, we'd probably, we'd go walk around the neighborhood, and we'd kind of sneak onto their property and, scope shit out. See how everything was laid out, see where everything was at. And one night, we the most memorable time, because we did this on several occasions to several different people who grew, but this one was memorable. So it was like 2:30 in the morning, and we cruise all the way down to Ashley's parents' house. And now they have a house, and then they have like a little garage kind of shed thing off to the side of their house, but it has a basement. So we go around to the back door. The door's obviously locked, like very heavily locked. It's got like padlocks and these like fucking stakes going through it. Like nobody's getting in. So we like walk around the building, and he's like, I know where a window's at that goes downstairs. And I was like, all right, dope. So we go to the side of the house, and it's one of those windows that's like underground. So it's like a basement window, you know what I mean? So he kind of had to crawl down. There was like a little I don't know, 1 foot by 2 foot section where it went underground and then the window was set back into the house. But there was a board covering it. So it took us like 20 minutes to fucking pry this board off by hand. We were fucking, I'm surprised we did it, but we were very determined to get into this basement. So we fucking tear that wood off by hand, tear all the fucking nails out by hand. And there's the window. I could see the window. I could see light coming through the window. Boom. We try to open the window. Nothing. It's locked. It's got like a long metal rod over the top. You're not opening it. So we're kind of like contemplating how we're going to get into the basement. And this was like an hour later, trying to like pry the bar out of the way, trying to pick the window open and all this other shit. So it was like an hour later, we fucking go back to the window. Chris hops down there, and I give him, I think I give him like a branch, like a thick piece of wood, and he just shatters that bitch. I think I said his real name a second ago, but that wasn't his real name. I tried to say his real name, but I said someone else's name. Anyway. Steve, fuck Zach, Steve broke the fucking window and he hopped down there and then my fucking heart started racing. I started to get a little fucking nervous. I was like, well, fuck, this is happening. And then there was like a few minutes go by and I was like, okay, what's really going on? And I get on my knees, look down, and then this plant just gets pushed through the window. Woof. And I was like, okay, oh shit, this is it. You know what I mean? Grab it, set it next to me, more plants. Boom, boom. Boom. We took, I think, like, I don't know, 10 plants. And they were all pretty close to full maturity. I mean, we probably got them maybe a couple or a few weeks early, but it was good enough. The buds were really fat. They were stinky and sticky, and it was amazing. And so he hops out the window, and I have, like, it feels like I'm trying to carry a 400-pound man. Not from the weight, but from the fucking width. It's like I'm trying to carry a 12-foot wide bush, and I'm trying to like squish it into my arms, and I'm like running down the street with my fucking arms wide open, like I'm giving a bush a hug, and I'm running down the street. Can't see shit in front of me. With these giant fucking weed plants, buds every fucking where, and then all of a sudden a car comes down. We see a car like a few blocks down the street turn coming our direction, and we're like, fuck, shit, what the fuck are we gonna do? We hop off the road real quick, we throw the weed plants down, and they were just a pile on the side of the road, and we keep walking, and then the car passes us, we freak out, and we frantically run back to the fucking plants, pick them up, run all the way back to the house, and get them back to the house. And there's so many fucking times where me and Steve would go out, we would steal plants, and then come back, and then we'd spend like the rest of the morning sitting inside listening to music and trimming the weed plants, just trimming them up, hanging the buds, letting them dry. So many times we did that. And it was awesome. This time was a fat time. And my little brother was at home. We come plowing through the fucking sliding glass door. I dump the plants on the ground, and my brother's like, yo, what the fuck? I can't believe you guys actually did that, because my little brother was friends with the girl. So, he was kind of on the fence about it. He felt fucked up about it, and he actually had a conscience about it. But the guy who was actually dating her didn't give a shit at all. I just thought that was kind of funny. So yeah, and then, we had a lot of fucking bud. We wasted a lot because we wanted to smoke. So, we would put buds in the oven, which isn't a very good idea. We'd put buds in the microwave to dry them faster so that we could smoke. Not a very good idea, bruh. Don't do that. So, but yeah, we did that countless times, man. Countless fucking times. we would go in and steal marijuana plants, and I feel like a dick about it. I really do, now that I'm older, and I would fucking beat the shit out of some kids if they did that to me. And maybe that's what I deserve. Maybe I deserve to get my fucking ass beat. And trust me, there was plenty times that I did get my ass beat growing up in Bremerton. Just because people around there, everybody's a gangbanger and everybody sticks to groups. So nobody would fight me one-on-one. It was always like 5-on-1, 6-on-1, and I would just get jumped all the time for the neighborhood I was living in, the neighborhood I would walk through, or the colors I was wearing. So yeah, I did get beat up all the fucking time. But those moments like I had with Steve and my brother made it all fucking better, because we had Bud for a while after that. So, and the funny part about it is, though, those hippies, Ashley's parents, I remember they came up to the house one time, and they claimed that me and my brother, had stolen plants and all this other shit. And they even called the cops, which I didn't know they could do. But yes, if you're legally growing marijuana, then you can call the cops and say, hey, someone stole my weed. So they did call the cops. The cops came, but we didn't have anything to prove that we did it, and they had no evidence. So, we got away. But after like the third time, I think they had enough, and they kind of locked their shit up really, really tight, or they quit growing for a while or started growing somewhere else. I don't know. I feel like a dick for what I did to them and Ashley, for what I put my brother through and shit. But I wouldn't change it. You know what I mean? Those are my fucking memories, and I look back at it and laugh. We could all look back at it and fucking laugh. I think it's funny as fuck. So, but I told you guys this was going to be a fucking short episode. I just wanted to hop on here really quick, talk some shit, talk some quick shit. I don't have a lot else to say, so you already know what time it is, bitch. But I just want to say thank you to anybody who's listening. I put a lot of time and energy into recording and editing these podcasts. I even spend my own actual fucking money on these videos, and I know it doesn't seem like it, but I do, because of the way that I record and the way that I have to turn my videos, or turn my WAV files into MP3s and all this other stuff. So I do have to spend a little bit of money on some software, but it's totally fucking worth it for me. So until next week, guys, like I always say, I don't want to get fucking flowers when I'm dead. You better give them bitches to me while I'm alive. Go tell your mom that you fucking love her. Go tell your dad that you love her. You have a crush. Go kiss that bitch. You need a nut. Go jerk off. I don't give a fuck what you gotta do. Just go do it, so when your day comes, you have no motherfucking regrets. Got it? Got it. Good. All right, you guys, have a great motherfucking day. This has been the Hindsight Podcast. Peace the fuck out.